Hello and welcome to Tavern Chat, the daily cast. So, we've been going over the demographics of D&D, right? And there's a recent survey that doesn't even do demographics, although I'll get the new demographic from that one. And with that one, I think it was basically 11% of 5th edition's audience is over the age of 40 or 40 or older. Now, let's look at ENWorld. ENWorld's demographics. This is interesting. 78% of ENWorld's audience is 34 or younger. So 5th edition is certainly what drives the traffic at ENWorld. And it's a younger base. Now, ENWorld uses Google Analytics, so you're looking at 45 and older, so not the 40 cutoff, but 45 and older is approximately 10% of the web traffic at ENWorld. So if you're a marketer, you should know very well that you're aiming at a market that's not just 44 and under, but you're probably really aiming at that 34 and under to get your money's worth. It doesn't track anything under the age of 18. So as they note, they skew a little bit younger than D&D in general. All right, interesting. However, the gender gap is much larger. Gender gap of those who go to ENWorld, 83% are male, 17% are female. Non-binary doesn't even rate. Apparently, for the D&D survey, it was approximately just under 1%. So, again, your market is female. Now, again, this is less than half of the female percentage that was expected if you're just going by the numbers which the Coast gave. So what does that mean? None of this stuff is completely going to be 100% accurate, but does mean that surveys can be misleading, especially when you kind of lead into questions, right? Surveys are not always the best way because they aren't necessarily written impartially. This is tracking actual usage, actual website usage. So maybe this is a better feel for how the market actually is. Now we're going to juxtapose that with something I find interesting, and that is the traffic for this channel. So this channel is overwhelmingly 45 to 54. Now people say, "Oh, the older folks, they don't like the videos. They like the web pages." And I'll be honest with you, the blog TechCarsTavern.com, it's plateaued. It's not losing traffic, but it's not really gaining traffic. It's found a spot. It's hit a plateau, and that is what it is. It's fine. But this YouTube channel is growing in leaps and bounds, and I can't thank you all enough for that. But looking at these numbers, and I apologize for how small they appear on the screen. As I stated before, my secondary screen was really the only way I can share a screen is to have a secondary screen. My secondary screen is in a vertical position because I read PDFs on it and have a very small desk here in our living room. So, because Rach works from home, she needs the bedroom. So, since it's in a vertical position, it shares everything vertically. And I don't think I'd be able to change that setting and still be able to use this. Like have it vertical, but have the settings horizontal because it might appear fine on this screen, but I'd be blind trying to use it. But in any case, 45 to 54. Now, I turned 54 at the end of July, which means that I'm actually at the high end of my own demographic category here. But 45 to 54 is 65.8%. Basically, 2/3 of the viewers of this channel are between the ages of 45 and 54. Next biggest category is 35 to 44. That's 21.8, just about 22%. So between those two categories, we are just under 90%, right? We're like, what, 88%, give or take, if my quick math is working. Yeah, just under 88% are between the ages of 35 and 54. Now, there's a drop-off. At 55 to 64, just under 5%. And 25 to 34 is just about 7.5%. Apparently, nobody 24 and younger listens to me rant and talk about old school gaming or Bishop complain about Wizards of the Coast. Why would that be? And we don't seem to have much in the way of 65 years and older. And that could be because of the age demographics. There's a drop-off. Maybe those 65 and older don't watch YouTube. My father, though, is like 78. He lives on YouTube. So, I don't know. But I thought these numbers were interesting because, listen, old school gamers, we knew they were older, right? We assumed they were older. If you're listening to this right now, there's about almost a 9. Well, actually, there's over a 9 in 10 chance that you're at least 35, right? A 9 in 10 chance that you're at least 35. Whereas when it comes to ENWorld, right? ENWorld, there is an 8 in 10 chance that you're under 35. Interesting. Isn't that really interesting? Again, the juxtaposition between the two. So, if you're marketing, these are things, know your market, right? Because and people are going to go, well, older people have more discretionary funds. That's probably true. All right. People listening to this podcast, this YouTube channel, probably have more discretionary funds per person. But who is your larger market in general? Well, if we go by the numbers that Wizards of the Coast gave us for D&D, I would say you got a huge market for those younger players. If their estimate that 40 million D&D players / D&D fans, I don't know how that parses, but if only 4.5 million or so of those 40 million are older than 40, if you're a 5e marketer, ENWorld reinforces this, you should be aiming your products at younger players. If you are marketing for the old school, well, my channel might give you an idea what age groups that you're looking at. So I just thought that was interesting. So, on that note, I'm probably going to be back again later today. I got a new iPad. I might try it out in the backyard in a little bit, see how it records. Yeah. As always, folks, we are still in the midst of the world of the pandemic, which really means use your common sense. Be safe. Right? If you're not taking actions to keep yourself safe, you can't help others. And I'm sure you want to keep your loved ones safe. Be safe, be well, God bless, especially my good friend Ken Whitman, who needs blessings more than anybody else, I think, right now. All right, he's not my good friend, but you know what I mean. Roll your dice, roll them well, and if I'm not back again later today, I will be live tomorrow with Glenn Hallstrom on Dungeons, Dragons, and Discourse, 8 p.m. Eastern. See you all then. Laters.